college is anything, it is a fucking tester. Get a therapist, because us therapist friends are tired. We're tired. If you truthfully don't want to go to that shit, don't go. I never did anything, and then coming into college, I think it really just hit me like a motherfucker. Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Mackenzie Drake. Nice to meet you. Nice to see ya. Y'all just deserve more, and here I am, finally recording a video. But anyways, I've uploaded many videos talking about how I can't upload consistently, but these little tubs of mac and cheese,
shit, I make your pussy throb right there.
Something about Velveeta just does it for me. Today I thought I would come on here, just spit some game, okay, just talk to you about my college experience. I made this long ass notes list with everything I wanted to talk about in this video. I've been wanting to do college advice for forever. Even whenever I was in high school, I was like, I want to do college advice. I want to be at the university. I wanted to cover everything about college, from school, studying, social life, which college you want to go to, and also just line that up with my experience and just try to give you guys some helpful tips. I know it's March, so this is kind of a weird timing for this kind of a video, but I've been wanting to make this video for a while, so I thought, let me just sit down and do it. If my eyelashes are flying off, I use this like strip lash glue. I don't know. This is terrible. Like, I don't even think the glue's dried yet, and I've been, yeah. So just don't look at my eyelashes. If y'all follow me on TikTok, you know I moved dorms, and I'm back into my old dorm that I was in last year, which is like an apartment style. Thank God. I've explained a lot of it on my TikTok, so make sure y'all go follow me on TikTok because I post all the content, babe. Literally sit there and spill my life story. I'm also going to be showing you what I keep in my school bag. Look how cute she is. She has a little apple. Like, this is just adorable. A huge shout out to Teddy Blake for sending this on over, and I also have the code with them if you want to use. I'll put it down below and on the screen and everything. This is called the Vanessa Croco 14-inch bag, and I got it in beige. I wanted to do a different color than white or black. I'm still not 100% sure if I like this nude, color. Love all their handbags. They're like premium fucking material. This is what I bring to class. I have online classes now, so I don't really leave my dorm, but when I did leave my dorm, I did it. So I'm just gonna do a little what's in my bag for what I have with all my school stuff. Unfortunately, my laptop does not fit in here. I do not have a MacBook. I do not have an iPad. I do not have an Apple Pen. Contrary to prior beliefs, if you're in college, you do not need the high-tech gear. So if you're going into college and you can't buy that MacBook and you can't buy that iPad, girl, I feel you, because I am on my 3rd year and I have barely any technology to stand for it. Here's this makeup bag I got from Walmart, actually. Get into it. It came with like a little travel something. If that doesn't tell you, we got an old ass pair of eyelashes in here. These are done for. They're thrown away. I feel like a little bag and in your handbag is just needed, especially for essentials, tampons. I haven't even looked in this bag, so you're gonna get 100% what I keep in here. I have lens wipes because the bitch is blind. I have glasses, but we know this. I put little ponytails, bubbles. You never know when you might need bubbles. I have hand sanitizer, champagne sparkle, and a slice of gum. You never know when you might need some gum. I normally keep tampons in here, but there's none in here. A Carmex. I normally just keep random little gadgets and gadgets. There's basically, let me try to show you this. There's 2 compartments, and in here I keep my bag and my pencil pouch. But then here I just have like, you know that stuff. And then in this little mini zipper, I keep a hella more gum. And then this is actually my SD card holder. And Look how cute this is. I got this from Amazon. I'll link my storefront down below. Don't think I have any of these items on my storefront, but I do have an Amazon storefront. But this is just so cute. I've always wanted a place just to keep my little camera SD cards. Another pack of gum, and this cute ass lighter. Look how cute that is. It matches the fucking purse. I have this pencil pouch. It used to be white, but I've had this pencil pouch I think since junior year of high school. I've had this for so long. I love it. I got it off of Amazon, and you can just open it like this and it come out, or you can open it on the top. This is just my favorite. Like, there's no holes in it. I've had this bitch for so long. We just keep pens, pencils, all the goodies, pencil sharpeners. And then on the other side, I have this folder I've had for like 2 years with a picture of myself. Because why wouldn't I picture myself on my folder? I have shit in here from all the way last year. And I just have this notebook. You see how dirty that shit is? I don't touch this stuff no more, if you can't tell. And then I just have this planner, student assignments. You can see the dust knocking off of it. Whew. Yeah, I don't touch this stuff anymore. I just love this bag. I've always wanted to be the classy bitch with the handbag as my backpack, and I finally am her. It also has this, it has a strap. You can hold it right here. It also stays together with this. I just love this bag. So if y'all want to go get a Teddy Blake bag, make sure you use my code, okay, and get money off. I'll put it down below. But yeah, thank you again for sending me this bag. It's been perfect for class. Let's just get right into the tips and the tricks and the advice and just everything surrounding lovely four-year universities in America, okay? The first thing I have here is choosing the right major. If you don't know, best to stay undecided until you do. I wasn't even 100% sure if I wanted to do my major before I came to this college, but I just knew I liked the college, the atmosphere, and they had the dance team here, so I was like, fuck it. I really did enjoy my major up until like halfway through last year and into this year. You'll really, whenever you dive deep into your major, you're gonna be like, oh shit. You'll realize if you don't like it or if you do like it. So I feel like choosing the right major for you and choosing the right school you want to go to are just hand in hand. In my opinion, you should pick the school on more than just one factor. Like for me, whenever I came to this school, I was like, oh, I want to be on the dance team. And then I made the dance team and I was like, okay, I'm going. And that was the only factor that really like drew me to here, not knowing, you know, everything else that comes along with it, like being in this specific city. You got to look at, you know, where the college is, if you're gonna enjoy it, how far away it is from home. I would say if you're looking to go to a college, just really be honest with yourself and what you want to do. Me personally, I feel like college is a great experience. You meet so many people. Like college is all about just, it's all about what's the word I'm looking for? I feel like if you're going to a specific college, yeah, go for more than one reason. I also came to this college where I'm at. I go to school in Colorado, if you don't know. I like the distance from my home to here. It can just get hard having to carry like all my shit back and forth, and I don't have a nice car. Like definitely take that into consideration. If you don't have a nice car, I wouldn't recommend over a 3-hour drive. Just for me, I drive through the mountains to get home whenever yeah, for breaks and just everything. So I'd say be interested in more than one major at the college, because for me, I looked at the major that I was in, film, animation, photography, and motion design, and that's the only one I looked at. I didn't even want to like take other classes and try other ones. Like I literally took my first full 2 years and like got halfway through my degree, and then I was like, I don't know if I want to do this. The classes just started being a little for me, so you just have to really take it seriously when you are scheduling things out if you want to graduate, because God. Next thing I put is to set your boundaries with friends and roommates. And if college is anything, it is a fucking tester. Like you'll think you're so solid in yourself. You might think you're you have your boundaries straight, and then you can come to college. And I mean, I feel like college has a little to do with it, but also growing up has a lot to do with it, and just having freedom and not being at home and stuff like that. This lip gloss is NYX Butter Gloss in Bit of Honey. In high school, I was very much a homebody. I hung out with my friends like once or twice a month out of school. I was always just busy. Never experimented with like friends, or never really like did anything socially. I don't really know how else to describe it. And I don't regret it, like looking back on my high school experience and like me as a teenager. I can't believe I'm fucking 20 years old now. It makes me sick. But a bitch is turning 21 in June, so we turning up. Like in high school, I never kissed nobody. I never did anything. I never took a sip of alcohol. I never smoked any of the leaf. I never did anything. And then coming into college, I think it really just hit me like a motherfucker. And being able to just have freedom and drink a little bit, smoke a little bit, that shit got to me. Honestly, even now, like, that has taken control. Not like control, because I don't want to say that shit controls my life at all, but it does stop me from being as productive as I used to be. Like, I love smoking weed. I'm just gonna keep it 100 with you. I feel like if I did experience, you know, drinking and just different things like that, maybe it would be different now that I'm more like independent. But I feel like I'm just rambling. I wouldn't say I ever thought that I like had solid boundaries. Me personally, like, I'm very much a pushover, and I've learned that like if you go to college, you'll learn so much about yourself. You learn so much about yourself and the people around you, and it's wild. It really is wild. And my first 2 years here, I really just let people do whatever the fuck they wanted to do. Like in conversations, and when it came to me respecting myself and just being a friend, you know, just everything like that, setting boundaries is key. It's key. And I'm still working on that. I'm not gonna come on here and say that college has helped me 100% figure out what my boundaries, because they haven't. Only a therapist can do that for me, honey. But yeah, set your boundaries with your friends, especially roommates. I really have horror roommate stories, anything crazy. I did move out of my old dorm this year because of some roommate shit. But all I'm gonna say is it be the ones you actually talk to, okay? That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. So just make sure, especially with roommates, and if you're in a double and you have to live with someone in that close capacity, set them damn boundaries when it comes to cleaning, everything. Relationships, friends, like, stand solid in what you need. If you need it to be dark in that room at 10 o'clock, tell that bitch it has to be dark, okay? I know confrontation is scary. I hate confronting people about issues. I'm very much just slip it under the rug. That's just how I was raised. We avoid all of our issues and don't speak on them or how we feel. So that's something I've really dealt with going into the real world now that I'm out of the house and stuff like that. Is I've had to deal with my emotions more and just be more aware of what I'm saying, who I'm trusting, and just everything like that, because it's just crazy out here. And yeah, I'm very much like, with my emotions, I will shut them off 100%. Like, I just want to know why people want to be talking whenever no one wants to talk in this store. What is all this action? Boundaries, boundaries, boundaries. That shit will help you so much in the long run. I feel like now that I've come into college, I've met some of the most just people obsessed, like, I don't even know how to describe it, but like reputation and people obsessed motherfuckers, if that makes any sense. Like, me growing up, me myself, like, the last thing on my mind is what somebody else is doing or what somebody else got going on. And I feel like a lot of people in this world, but I feel like now that I've gone into college and I've met more people from, you know, this small town, and just, I feel like the small town shit, like, if you don't like being in a small town, don't go to a small town school. You might be like, oh, it's fine. I mean, it's gonna be a college town. Girl, no. If you want to go to a bigger school and maybe more in a city, and or even go out of state for college, girl, take that risk, because you might end up regretting it, especially if you have the resources, or if you have the money, scholarships to go out of state. I'd highly recommend. I mean, I did not go out of state for school, but I feel like everyone who goes out of state for school just is thriving. Okay, honey. One thing I also put is not everyone is raised the same. I feel like when I first came to college my freshman year, and I was put in one of the more bougie type of apartment style suites. They were for the freshmen and like the sophomores. And my roommates, a lot of the people on the floor, there's some rich motherfuckers, okay? And if you don't know, well, now you know. I grew up poor, okay? Not really, I wouldn't even, I don't know if I'd say middle class, but I'd say the rough little edge between middle and poor class, okay? That shit just shook me to the core. The friends I've had from freshman year, they're still my friends, but they're from different backgrounds, whole different kinds of families, and that shit, it was just wild to me, just the moral differences and just how different people are. And I wouldn't say you can't judge them for that, but it's hard not to, you know what I mean? Just be open. Networking, that is the word I was looking for earlier. Yeah, you never know where the people who are sitting next to you in class are going to be in 5 years, or your roommate. Like, you want to keep good relationships, good friendships with everyone you come across, because bitch, who knows, they could be your attorney. Okay, they could be your attorney in 10 years and give it to you pro bono. So anyways, I also put learn to be comfortable with yourself physically and mentally. College is very socially demanding, but can get very lonely as well. Very, very true. I spent my first 2 years in college single, not talking to nobody, and I was living my best fucking life. If you don't know, I'm in a relationship now, and I am very happily and well off. Especially your freshman year, I feel like your freshman year, you feel like there's just so much shit going on. Even if your campus isn't even like popping like that, you'll be like, oh, there's events here, oh, there's homecoming week, like everything's just very much new. Just stay involved. That's what I would say. And I'd recommend joining a club. I did not join a club. I literally, the only extracurricular I have done at this college is the dance team, and we see how that turned out. I'd say if you can join a team, join a club, really do it, because my first 2 years being at the school where I'm at, being on the dance team was super nice. Like, it just felt like I belonged somewhere, and I've always done a sport. I've been in cheer and dance. Like, I just like that feeling of belonging and kind of having pre-made friends, if that makes any sense. Like, I've always just been friends with people in cheer in high school, and I was just friends with people on the dance team. I'm still not like hella close with them, but like, you know what I mean. If you can pick up some new hobbies, just figure out exactly what you want to do, because not having friends on a college campus is literally terrible. But also having friends on campus that aren't real and that just aren't good for you isn't good. So if you're going through it and you don't have any friends on your college campus, trust me, I bet 60% of the college students in this world don't have real friends like that. So you just got to be open, go to events, you know, figure out exactly what you like and find people who like what you like, you know what I mean? And I'm still struggling with that. Like, I've had many friends in my lifetime, and I'm sitting here saying that I really don't know if any of them are real. And if you're watching this and you, my friend, I don't know. It's just, I feel like this is more something I'm battling with myself. Like, I just don't feel like I'm a good friend, and just, I don't know. I don't want to get too far off on that topic, so I'm just going to go to the next thing. Clean. That's all I put for number 5. Clean. that's always great. I think I think cleaning is great to do, especially in these dirty, dusty ass fucking college dorms. Okay, if you get into a dorm, don't even touch anything until you Lysol everything and wipe down every crack or crevice, and then start moving your furniture. Bitches are nasty. Bitches are nasty. And like in my last dorm, I found like 4 floss picks on the ground, fucking boogers on the wall. Like, I really pay over $40,000 a year to go to school. It's just wild to me. It's wild. Clean. We love to see it. We love to see it. If you need good cleaning supplies, don't take your ass to Walmart or Target. Take your ass to Dollar Tree, okay? And use some elbow grease. Another advice here, I'm just going down the list. Buy what you can afford. Being independent can make you want to buy everything in the world. Like, bitch. No matter what's going on, especially how I get my money kind of like a freelancer. I don't have like a set paycheck every month, no matter what I do, you know? And especially when I started making money, like junior year of high school, I just started buying anything and everything. I wasn't putting no money on credit cards. I wasn't putting money in a savings. I wasn't putting money, I mean, I'm still not. Okay, I'm a work in progress. I wasn't putting nothing in no 401k. Crazy, I'm over here giving advice knowing damn well I don't do it. But this is advice that we should all be taking. So I'm telling this to you so you can use it to your favor, but I'm also telling this for me just to give myself a wake-up call. Set up that savings account, girl. Okay? And if you have a job or whatever it is, save back $100, $200 a paycheck, okay? And just, whether it's toward a new car or towards a new apartment, just always be saving money towards something. And I was doing pretty good at that the last 2 years, except for I've kind of been all around a mess this like school year, and it's fine. That's why I really just want to get an apartment so I can focus on content creating full time. I just love making content, and I want to be in a space where I feel comfortable and like I have the space to do it. You know what I mean? Like, even when I'm home, I don't feel like I can, you know, it's not a house I picked out. I don't like how it looks. I want to be in an apartment where I can decorate it and just make it my home. You feel me? And the last thing I want to do is pay bills, okay? But I'm 20 years old and it's about that time. I said, if you have a meal plan, to use that shit, okay? Use that shit as much as you don't want to go there and it gives you diarrhea 3 times a week, and go to the cafeteria, get yourself some dinner at least, okay? And try to limit yourself to it. It is so easy, especially when you have a meal plan, to just go off campus and buy every single type of food around you instead of eating that Sodexo shit, okay? Like, I swear the food they're giving us is for the prison systems, but it's food. It's like, if you're gonna spend $2,000-$3,000 on a meal plan for some swipes, you better get to swiping, bitch. And that's what I've been doing this year. Now that I moved back into this apartment, I do not have like all the meal swipes. I don't even know how to describe it. Use your fucking meal swipes, okay? If you're hungry, use the money you paid towards those meal swipes. This next thing I'm talking about, going to class. Literally in college, I've found 80% of my classes to be easier than my high school classes. My high school course load 10 times harder than my college course load, and I'm still finding myself here not graduating with a bachelor's. So I feel like the whole system is rigged, honestly. And I feel like if I had, I don't know, college, it gives you the freedom to schedule your classes wherever you want, and you're not in class as much, so it gives you all this free time to either study or to not study. And that shit really beat me. Don't schedule no early Don't schedule no early classes if you can't do it. If you can't get up before 10 a.m., which I feel you, just don't do it unless you really, really have to, and you have to set your mind to that shit because, bitch, it is so easy to hit that snooze and not go. Literally all of my major classes, I'm not in the major anymore, but all of my major classes, they were like, if you arrived later than 10 minutes late, like you were absent, more than 3 absences, it's a letter grade. Like, it was hella strict for being an art degree. And it was a lot. It's fucking a lot. Majority of the time, all my professors here, it was just work days. And I was like, why do I even have to show up for this type of thing? And yeah, anyways, go to class, okay? That's literally the whole grade most of the time, some of the time, for your classes, especially essential learning classes, like your core classes, your math, your all of that. Just showing up is over halfway the battle. It gets hard, but if you just set a routine for yourself, getting up at a certain time, drinking your water, eat some food before your class, and you'll be good. I put, you do not need a car. Yeah, you definitely do not need a car, especially if you're living on campus, but I've loved having my little Susie the Subi. My freshman year, when I first got here, my car broke down like right after I bought it off of Facebook Marketplace. No shocker. It literally broke down on the highway. Miss Susie, she just stopped. And I was like, good. And it was like a $2,500 repair. Or yeah, and it took me like the whole semester to pay that shit off. It took me the whole semester. And I didn't get my car back. It was basically sitting at a mechanic in this city. It was sitting at a mechanic all the way up until like February. So I went home without a car. And bitch, I survived. I got really good grades my freshman year. And maybe that's really what I needed to get some good grades, was to just not be able to go nowhere. I still went places and made my roomies take me places, but yeah, you do not need a car. Of course, we all love the luxury of having an automobile, but I wouldn't say that you specifically need one. I put, avoid peer pressure. You do not need to drink, smoke, wear this, that, go to the 40th party of the week. Great note, Mackenzie. Around friends, or if your roommates are sitting there telling you, you need to do this, you need to do this, why are you wearing that, why are you doing this, why do you do this when you could do this, bitch, get them out of your life. I've met so many people in college that I've had friends like that. They're like, oh, do you really like your tattoo? Oh, do you really enjoy this? Oh, do you really, like, I hate that phrase. Oh, are you really wearing that tonight? Oh, are you sure you don't want to do this? Like, no is no. And especially if you have people around you who question what you say, regardless, especially if you're saying no to doing something or any of the sorts, you need to get them out of your life because they don't give a fuck about you. It gets so easy to just get wrapped up in the party scene, especially coming into college. Like, all it takes is going out one weekend on Friday and Saturday, being somewhat entertained about the party, and it'll make you want to go every weekend for the rest of your college experience. And I'm not gonna lie, parties have been fun for me. Like, I really enjoyed doing it. And my freshman year, I literally went out every weekend, but I was on the dean's list. So I wouldn't say that. It definitely depends on your major and the classes you were taking, because I was taking some easy ass classes, so of course I was gonna get good grades for not doing shit. I'm not saying that it's completely, impossible to graduate college if you are drinking every weekend and shit like that, because how do you think every student be doing this shit? Let me stop. But if you aren't into just all that type of shit and substances, like, don't let no one change your mind about how you feel towards it. You know what I mean? I feel like sometimes I'd be the first to be like, bitch, take this shot. So I don't know if I can be sitting here preaching about peer pressure, but that shit's serious. Like, don't let nobody, if you don't want to go somewhere, or if you get a weird feeling about shit, don't avoid your intuition, don't avoid your gut feeling, because that shit is so true, bitch. Like, your body is more connected to your thoughts and what's going on around you than you think. Like, our bodies are so in tune. I was scrolling on TikTok for like hours last night, and I came across the idea of, what is it called? It's not even an idea. It's like a fucking thing. Our human body system, bitch. I said spend your money wisely. I feel like spending your money wisely would be good advice in anything, but really do that shit wisely. So if you want to say fuck it and go get your first tattoo, or go get a piercing you've been wanting to get but your mom won't let you or some shit, go do it, because fuck it, you know, live your life. I said always keep an updated resume and transcript accessible. Like for me, on my laptop, I have a school folder, and in there I have like my high school transcripts. I have my transcripts for the past couple of years in college. I have my resume and everything. I actually didn't even make a full resume until a couple months ago. Now that I'm finally looking for jobs and everything. But of course, I'd say start your resume probably a little earlier than junior year of college. I'm just so blessed that I've been able to support myself with content creation. But where I'm at, like with YouTube and everything, I can like almost support myself. So I really just want to dive deep into social media and see how much I can do with it. And there's just so much I want to do with having a platform. And yeah, I'm just really excited for the future and starting my business. And I know I've been really wishy-washy and saying things and having all these loose promises and coming on, uploading a video and then not uploading a video for months. It's just like, this is fucking life, and this shit ain't easy. Always putting yourself out there on a pedestal and talking about your life, and I don't know, just being vulnerable to an open audience that you don't know everyone. And I feel like I've talked about this a lot before, but the shit can be scary. Network. College is about school, but even more about who you meet. You never know what could happen. Yeah, so just like I was saying, you never know who the fuck could be living across from you. Next fucking owner of Mac. So advocating for yourself, go to office hours, introduction with professors, asking for extensions, all of that shit. You don't know how cool they are with extensions and late assignments and all of this if you don't get to know them. So I'd say first day of school, definitely talk to them, build a rapport, as they would say. Rapport. Look at me with the words. You know, get to know the professor, you know. That can be hard, especially if your professor isn't nice to get along with, or if they're boring and they're doing like hour-and-a-half lecture and just won't stop talking. But yeah, that's the one thing I would go back in my college career and make more of a connection with my professors, because there would be times where I'd really do fuck with a professor, but like I'd never talk to them. I never talk to the people around me in my classes. And that's the one thing I would change, because it's hard. Like your peers, the people around you in class, like those are the ones you want to get to know, and they're going to be in your major for the next couple of years. And when I first came into college, it was COVID, so we weren't even speaking to each other. We all had masks on. Like, I feel like COVID has single-handedly changed my experiences forever. Not like COVID is affecting us right now, but even just getting to know my classmates like my freshman year and coming and not having as many events and not really having group things, you know what I mean? I feel like it really kind of changed me. And I've talked to upperclassmen here, and they were like, before COVID, like my campus was a lot different. I don't know what this has to do with advice, but the thing I put was check online for textbooks. I'll put some on the screen for good online textbook websites. There's LibGen and Z Library. That's what I wrote down. Or even just going on Amazon too. It'll be so much cheaper. So much cheaper. I can't tell you how many times I went to the bookstore and just charged it to that student account because I was like, fuck it. But no, you can find it for free online. Don't buy your textbook before you even have class, because I feel like 90% of the time you don't even use that hoe. All depending on your major. But yeah, I just want to give you some tips on online classes, because that shit can be so hard to juggle, especially if you are doing in-person classes as well. I'd recommend for online classes to just look at it like Saturday, Sunday, beginning of the week, and just get everything done either on Monday or Tuesday, just so that you don't have to worry about it, especially depending on when everything's due and stuff. Make sure you just write down everything on a calendar. I'm not one to plan out my days like to a T, like on my notes, and just like have hella to-do lists, but having a planner is just so helpful, especially if you have different things to do in different areas. Yeah, I think a planner. Weeknights are for sleep. They really are. If you don't want to go to that party, bitch, I know you might think you're missing something if you don't go, but you're not gonna miss anything. Like, if you're tired and you had a long week, don't go to the party. You'll be fine. Even if your friends are like, bitch, come on, and you have that little voice on your shoulder that's like, girl, just don't go, you're fine. And then you proceed to go to the party, you're just gonna feel like shit, like you're not even want to be there. So why even go if you don't even want to be there? And many a times, even now, I will be going out and not even want to be going out, if that makes any sense. Like, I feel like college has created a lot of bad habits for me, especially with going out and just like drinking, and I guess more of the nightlife scene, even though there's not really nightlife here where I go to college. But I don't know, it just gives me something to do. So even if I don't even want to go, like I'm just not feeling it, I'll be like, fuck it, you know, what else am I gonna do? I can go dance and shake my ass with some tequila, you know. You truthfully don't want to go to that shit, don't go. You'll thank yourself in the long run. Okay, the thing I put was get a therapist. Bitch, get a therapist. You're gonna need a therapist, because venting to people, especially if you are 100% locked in with them, yeah, you can't trust these bitches. So get yourself a therapist, and be using your friends as your therapists. Okay, don't just hang out with your friends to tell them everything you're going through and why your trauma has affected why you can't get coffee on a Monday morning going to work. I don't know, but literally, because us therapist friends are tired. We're tired. Like, a lot of my friendships, I'm always the one who's easy to talk to, and you can just talk to me about everything, and like, I feel like I can just open up to you, and I'm like, okay, I know I'm a good listener, and I'm gonna listen, but shit, some of y'all bitches need to get a therapist. Just telling you now. Have I talked to a therapist in a minute? I'm kind of being hypocritical because I need to get a new therapist. But and then this is the last thing I put. The rest of this I'm really just gonna freehand it. I said, if you're honestly miserable and hate being at the college you're at, try everything possible to transfer. I feel like one of the main things people say is, oh, if you leave college you're never gonna go back, which I've thought that for a while now. Like, if I leave now, like, I'm not gonna want to go back. I'm just gonna get a job and I'm gonna but also I just feel like that's not reasonable, because we have our whole lives ahead of us. There's hella people who are in their 30s, 40s going to college, finally figuring out exactly what they want to do. Hey, so I feel like putting that standard is just, it's just not reasonable. I feel like it's mainly my parents. They're like, if you quit right now, or if you take a gap year, like, you're never going back, like, you need to finish now, you need to do this now, I'm like, bitch, I'm 20. This is my second decade on this earth, okay? And I'm just trying to breathe, okay? I just saw this TikTok yesterday that made so much sense. Like, how our earth is just getting so man-made. Everything is literally by the man nowadays, when nature literally provides us everything we need. It doesn't make any sense. And every year we're just going to continue advancing, and this shit is just scary. This shit is terrifying. And I know this doesn't have anything to do with college, but kind of, it's just wild. And like, how college is so expensive in America and it's free in like every other country. I actually don't know. Isn't college free in Germany though? It just doesn't make any sense to me how we're supposed to be going to college for 4 years of our, whoever knows how long our lifespans are, and we're supposed to be able to learn for a career like being a doctor. Well, being a doctor, what is that, 16 years of fucking education? Goddamn. But we're supposed to just learn everything we're supposed to know for a whole ass profession. I just feel like college is so condensed and everything is put into such small time frames. Like, I just feel like 4 years isn't enough time to like truthfully learn deeply. But yeah, life is wild. Life is fucking wild. Anyways, I would say if you are looking to go to college, just be really sure on exactly what you want to do. And if you're not completely sure, fuck it, take the risk. You know, if, of course, there's student debt and there's loans. I've taken out loans and just everything like that. But like, I'm pretty sure like 50-60% of the world has like over $10,000 in student loans or some shit. I don't know the statistics. But if college is something you really want to go towards, and you might have a scholarship or you did good in high school and you're getting offers or something like that, fuck it, like go to college and use it as an experience. Like, of course we're supposed to come to college and get a degree and for a profession we want to do, and we're here for a reason to learn. But I also think doing things for the experience is hella fun. Fuck it. Like, oh yeah, I went to college, did I graduate, bitch? I don't know. I don't know. But I still feel like it's worth the experience to live in a dorm and at least take a year and figure out, hey, do I like this or do I not like this? You know what I mean? So yeah, all in all, I hope I made somewhat kind of sense in this video. I just wanted to give you guys some advice, and I feel like I could be deep diving into many more things right now. I didn't even talk about like dating and stuff like that. I'm just gonna talk about dating and whether or not how it is in college, you know what I mean? I definitely think it depends on the college you go to. I feel like I don't know, the amount of people I like here is existentially less than like what I would think I would like back at home. Like, this is a small town, yada. But I also met my current girlfriend here at this school literally my freshman year. So you never know who you'll meet, what connections will flourish, you know what I mean? Just put yourself out there. I would say don't get into a relationship until you know it's ready and it feels right in your soul and in your mind and in your vision of what you want in life. If that makes any sense. Like, I've always thought I would never get in a relationship and that just wouldn't be a thing for me, or I wouldn't enjoy it, or I would just feel, I don't know, not secure in it, but I definitely do feel secure in my relationship right now, and I feel like it's just helped me out for the better in what I'm like actually enjoying to do. Don't get into a relationship in college. It's not anything to stress out about. Like, we're young and experiences come and go for a reason. People come and go for a reason. I don't know, that's just something I really a piece of advice I really take seriously, that everything does happen for a reason, or it doesn't. Who fucking knows? But I think that's where I'm gonna end it for today's video. I've been filming for like an hour and a half, trying to get my advice straight. But I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know down below if you're in college or if you're in high school right now and you're about to apply to college, or however you found this video. I hope you're doing good, girl. I love you so much. And yeah, or if you went to college, tell me down below how your experience was, if you enjoyed it, all of that kinds of stuff. Going into summer, like, I feel like I'm just gonna feel so much better not coming back to this town. I do like it here, and I liked being on the dance team. I liked being in college. This was fun for me, but I just am not sure that it's serving like my purpose, if that makes any sense. And it's been hard for me to come to terms with that, just because of how my family is, how my parents want us to graduate, and my sister, like, she didn't graduate, and neither did my brother. Like, we've been a family of dropouts, and I was supposed to technically be the one to get a degree, and here I am also struggling to do that. So it's just, I don't know. I didn't even really come to college for the degree. Like, that was it. I literally just came because I was like, I just need to get a degree. I just need to get a piece of paper. But college is so much more than that. Like, if you're just going into it just because you're like, I need a piece of paper because my parents said I need to. No, like, this shit is, it's intense, and there's so much more that goes into it. And especially when you get into your upperclassmen classes, like, it's a lot. College is hard. It is not easy at all, no matter what major it is. I don't really give a fuck, honestly. Like, I was an art major and I was still struggling. Like, shit's hard in every freaking area, I feel like, no matter what. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed my little advice video. Let me know down below what you guys want to see me film next. I'm definitely going to do a mukbang and a playlist video because that shit is hella needed. Like I said, make sure you check out Teddy Blake. I love their handbags and they're just such good quality. These shits are just thick as fuck. Premium. I don't know if it's leather. I feel like it is leather, but they're perfect. 10 out of 10. That white purse back there is also Teddy Blake. But that's gonna be all from me. I love you guys so much. Thank you for sticking with me. Leave me a comment so I can know y'all are still watching, that y'all are still rooting for me, okay? Because I'm struggling out here. I'm struggling. But get ready for a new intro, a new cover banner. I'm just trying to renovate my whole channel right now. She is under the works. So yeah, thank you guys so much for being with me and watching this video, and you're just the best. Anyways, I will see you guys in my next YouTube video, and I hope you have an amazing day. Peace out, Girl Scout.